Is competition always beneficial to society? Hi everyone, today I'd like to discuss a question that lies at the intersection of economics, sociology, and public policy. Is competition always beneficial to society? Competition is one of the defining characteristics of modern society. Students compete for admission to prestigious universities. Companies compete for market share. Workers compete for promotions. Even nations compete to attract investment and develop advanced technologies. Many economists argue that competition is the driving force behind innovation, efficiency, and economic growth. Without competition, firms would have little incentive to improve their products or reduce prices. Consumers would face fewer choices and lower quality goods. This idea is supported by classical economic theory, which views competitive markets as an effective mechanism for allocating scarce resources. Competition also promotes individual achievement. When people know that success depends on effort and ability, they are often motivated to acquire new skills, work harder, and pursue ambitious goals. In this sense, competition can encourage both personal development and social progress. However, competition is not without costs. When competition becomes excessive, individuals and organizations may prioritize victory over ethical principles. Students may cheat on examinations. Researchers may manipulate data to publish more papers. Businesses may engage in deceptive advertising or unfair labor practices. Under intense competitive pressure, ethical considerations sometimes become secondary to achieving success. Another concern is that competition may gradually undermine social trust. If every relationship becomes a contest, cooperation becomes increasingly difficult. Individuals begin to view one another not as partners but as rivals. This mentality may weaken social cohesion and increase stress, anxiety, and burnout. Psychological research has shown that highly competitive environments can negatively affect both mental health and interpersonal relationships. From an economic perspective, competition is not always possible. Certain industries naturally tend toward monopoly because of high fixed costs or strong network effects. Digital platforms, public utilities, and railway systems often illustrate this problem. In such cases, unrestricted competition may actually reduce efficiency rather than enhance it. Governments therefore establish antitrust laws and regulatory institutions to preserve fair competition where possible and regulate monopoly power where necessary. In my opinion, competition is an indispensable mechanism for promoting innovation and productivity. Nevertheless, competition should be understood as a means rather than an end. Each value depends on the institutional framework within which it operates. Competition without ethical rules can encourage exploitation. Competition without equal opportunity can reinforce inequality. And competition without cooperation may weaken the very society it seeks to improve. Ultimately, successful societies recognize that competition and cooperation are not opposites. Healthy competition encourages excellence. Meaningful cooperation enables societies to solve problems that no individual or company can solve alone. The challenge is creating institutions that encourage both. So here's my question for you. Do you believe competition is the primary engine of social progress, or do you think modern society places too much emphasis on competition at the expense of cooperation? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for listening. See you next time.